Hey guys and gals, A here. Welcome to another episode of EDCQ. Today I'm going to show you my new EDC kit, kind of the purpose I built it and what I have in it, and hoping you guys can help me fill this kit out. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, come on back because here we go. All right, guys and gals. So I have a problem. I like bags. I like bags a lot, and I switch my bags all the time. And there are some items that just kind of stay in my most used bags, and those items would be like wet wipes, like little first aid kits that I make, little oopsie kits, little band-aids, some headache medicine, that kind of stuff. Those are in every bag just because I have, a lot of the items, and I can just, toss some wipes in my most used bags. And I can, have these little first aid kits in the bags. And then when I switch bags, those aren't the items I take out because I know I'm going to come back. I just check the dates on my medicines periodically, mainly when I go to use them, make sure they're still good. But there are some items that I don't necessarily have sitting in the bags. Like I don't leave the bags loaded out ready to go unless it's one of the bags I'm currently using. Like I'll normally have a small bag, like a small sling bag that I'm using. I'll normally have a larger bag that can carry my iPad mini. And sometimes I'll even have like a nicer bag, like something like my nutsack, Tacksack 11. I'll have that one loaded out almost all the time just because it's a different vibe, a different feel than any other bag I have. And so if I'm a little dressier, if I'm taking it, to a meeting or something, I'll carry that bag over others. But those kind of stay loaded out with more gear, and then the rest of my bags are stored away. Some of them have wet wipes and first aid kits in them, some don't. But there's some gear that I just don't leave loaded up in the bags. And so I'll switch to a new bag and I'll be out and about and I'll realize sometimes, oh, I don't have this item or I don't have that item. And then when I get home, I put it in, but I've already missed out on having that item with me. And so I was trying to figure out what to do. And this might not even work for the sling bag. Like this might be a little too much and add too much weight to the whole point of me using a sling bag is to be small and lightweight and fast and just have the essentials. But I'm going to try it with the sling bag. I'm definitely going to use it on any bag, that can handle it size-wise. But I made up an EDC pouch, and this is by Vanquest. I love their gear. I have a lot of their bags. And this is the PPM Husky. So it's not they have a few different lines and sizes of the bags. The PPM are the smaller size of their pouches, and then they have the EDCM, which are larger by default. The largest of this is smaller than is smaller than the smallest of the EDCM line. So this is a mid-size small bag, and it holds my gear with room to spare. Because I think I need some more stuff in here. I'm just trying to put this into practice and see what it is that I do want. But my goal is if I switch bags, I'm already moved my wallet over. I only have one wallet. So if I switch to a different bag, my wallet goes over. And maybe a few other key items. My hope is to have everything but my wallet in here. So when I switch to a new bag, I grab my wallet, I grab this, they go in the new bag, and then I should be good to go. I should have my, wet wipes, my boo-boo kits, my nail clippers, all the essentials I like having. This and my wallet, boom. So let's take a look at what's in this. So for setting that up, this is not like I can grab this and go and be good. I would be missing some things I want on me. So this is not an end-all be-all EDC kit. This is kind of filling the holes with the essentials that I don't want to duplicate. So inside the front pocket, oddly enough, I am duplicating. I do have some wet wipes, but that's just because I use them so often. I do run out of them in my main bag. I'll be out and about and, we'll end up using 3 or 4 of them. And then I don't have any more, and so I restock when I get home. But this just gives me 2 extra. I have 2 in that little front pocket. This gives me 2 extra just in case I do need them. And then everything else in here should not be duplicated in the bag. These should all be individual items for the most part. But so that's my setup right there. Not a lot of stuff. Again, work in progress. I think it probably will get filled out more. And one item that's probably going to go in pretty quickly is a blade of some sort, a knife blade. I EDC a knife all the time. For the last, goodness gracious, month and a half, it's been my Benchmade bug out. But so I want a knife to kind of complement my EDC knife, not a knife that replicates it, if that makes sense. So deciding if I want like a smaller blade in here, like a larger blade in here, a tactical blade. I really can't fit a fixed blade in here unless it was small. So just trying to figure out what that knife is, but that's where the knife's gonna go. That's why there is an empty spot right there. The knife is gonna go there, but we'll look here. So this is one side of it. We have a pen and a Sharpie, two things that I do want in every bag I go in. I have a nice size notebook behind it because I have the room to have a good size notebook. That's a moleskin notebook. And then I just have a couple paper clips and some safety pins. So just kind of some essentials. I'm also thinking about putting some zip ties, running some zip ties in here because those do come in handy, and tape is going in here. Tape has not made it in, but I'm gonna wrap some electrical tape around itself and then just put it right here. So on this side, you know, I'll have, you know, like writing, the ability to write, take notes, leave notes, whatever, and then some fix-it items with, you know, these two, the zip ties and the tape. Maybe some cordage. Haven't really thought about that yet. Maybe some cordage in here. And then the other side is more my tool section. So I don't always EDC a flashlight. When I do, it's a smaller flashlight. It's like a Baton 3 or 4 from Olight, or it's like an Olight i3T. That is one of my favorites. The Streamlight Micro Stream. All good lights, all small. So I knew in here I wanted a flashlight because I don't always EDC one. I also knew I didn't want it to be one that might be in my pocket. So this is not a Baton 3 or 4. This is not an i3T or a Microstream. This is actually the Baton, I believe it's the 3 Pro Max, or Baton 3 Pro. So full-size flashlight, a lot of capabilities, a lot of power, pretty high on turbo, long life. So really good one to have in here. Complements my EDC light. I have this little thing right here, which is actually really cool. It's unbranded, which is part of what I love about this so much. It's unbranded, but the back here slides off and you get all of these little bits right here, and they're magnetized. So they just kind of magnetize right in there and stay where they belong. So you can switch your bits out, and you have a little double-sided bit there as well. You have a lot of capabilities with something like this. You're not going to handle huge tasks, but a lot of bits. Not a big, you know, space taker upper, but a lot can be accomplished with that. And then I also have my Leatherman Skeletool, and you know, this is in here because I don't have a ton of these. I love the Skeletool. I have different varieties, but I do like my Damascus bladed one, and I have one of these. So being that it's in my EDC kit, whatever bag I'm carrying, I will have access to this. So I think that's a pretty cool way to do it. You know, this could also hold my Leatherman Arc or my Free P4. I just went with this kind of because of size and weight, but something I may play around with. I could ditch the screwdriver and add in the bit kit, the Leatherman bit kit, and the bit driver extender, the bit driver extender, or the ratcheting one. So options here, which options are good. And honestly, if I do take out this this thing here and put in the bit kit and a driver, then I could also take standard bits. So that might actually be something that happens just as I'm talking through this. But the point is flexible and options. And then currently I have nothing behind here because I still do have room to grow. But these are some essentials I want in whatever bag I'm carrying, and this is a way to make sure I get them and I have the good ones that I want. Not every, you know, piece of gear I have is top notch or I love as much as other things, and this is a way to kind of ensure that I have some of my favorite gear. So being that this is not an all-encompassing kit, this is not supposed to be a carry by itself, more just like the essentials that I don't have, you know, for Leatherman Skeletools with the Damascus blade. You know, I don't have 4 Leatherman arcs. I don't have 4 sets of bit kits. I don't have 4 ratcheting bit drivers. So those are items I could put in here and still have in every single bag I carry. So that being the mindset, what am I missing? What would you add? What would you take away? What do you see as something that's essential? It might not work for me, but throw out your opinion and let me know where you're at. Get me some ideas going. And already talking about this, I'm going to change one thing in it and add a few things that I hadn't added yet. So thanks so much for hanging out with me and checking out my EDC kit, the supplemental kit that fills out the rest of my gear. I will be back with new content soon. Oh, and these are Vanquest zipper pulls. So it doesn't come with these if you do look into the Vanquest pouches, but they do sell zipper pulls, and I like these. They work really well. You can loop your finger in them, really easy to open and close, and you can add a pop of color, which is super cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back with new content soon, and remember, EDC, EDC.